Good evening, everybody. I hope that you are all having a beautiful Monday night and that you're tuning in to our very first, yes, you've heard it here, our very first Power Talk for your peak potential. So every Monday night, we will be live, and every Monday we will have a different topic on how to help you reach your peak potential and live life to your fullest capacity. So on Sunday nights, we'll let you know a little sneak peek of what we're going to be talking about, so then you can get ready and get excited. So we commented on last night that it was going to be about one of my favorite snacks, and it is kind of a strange one if you haven't necessarily seen it yet, and that is okay. And that's why we come to these, so then we can learn and we can share and we can find some new fun ways to be healthy. So I had one person comment that their favorite snack was salsa, and I love salsa as well. I have a salsa spinner, which is probably my favorite kitchen tool. We use that pretty much every day, not only for salsa, but for onions and garlic and all good things like that. But that is not what we are going to talk about today. Today, we are going to talk about my favorite snack, which brings some people some laughs when they don't necessarily think of that, because sometimes you think of snacks as, yes, salsa and popcorn and all sorts of yummy things like that, but mine happens to be kale. Yeah, woohoo, go raw kale. So kale is an amazing superfood, and I'll talk about all the kind of benefits of kale, but I kind of want to just dive in and show you how I eat my kale. So a lot of times people like to make kale chips, which is good. I've had those like one time and they were okay. But my favorite way to eat it is actually just like this, just right off of the thing. So if I literally just eat it, and it's really good. It actually is really good. Some people are like, I don't know if I could do that, but I assure you, you can. And let me kind of chew so I'm not being rude and chewing while I eat, while I talk to you guys. But I assure you that if you start eating raw kale like this, you will get used to it and you will actually come to enjoy it just the way that I have. So let's talk about why kale, just like this, just eat it. Seriously. One thing about me, if I'm ever feeling like low energy or just kind of down, I will seriously eat kale, and I can feel it working inside of me and boosting my energy. And let's talk about why. Because kale, as I'm sure you guys have all heard, because kale I feel like has become really popular in the last, like, I don't know, 2-3 years. And I even see like shirts in places that say kale. And I'm like, woohoo, maybe I should get one that says kale, because that's how much I eat it like every day. And that's how much I love it. But the reason why that it's a superfood, because it is nutrient rich. Yeah, it is packed with nutrients. So it has, let's talk about them. Yeah, so iron. Iron is amazing. That makes sure that the oxygen flowing in your body is flowing the right way. Yeah, so if people have struggles with anemia or even low energy and everything like that, I know that's really common in females especially, iron. So you need iron. And kale, I just read this because I was doing a little bit of my homework before I wanted to be, you know, really up to date with you guys, that kale has more iron in it than beef. So there you go. That's really awesome. So eat your kale. And then another reason that it's packed with is it's packed with vitamin K. So vitamin K is really important for your blood to now clot. Yes, if you cut yourself, you want your blood to actually in your body to be able to clot the way that it should. Yeah. And this has amazing vitamin K for it to do it. So it's like your body's natural way of creating that Band-Aid, but you have to have the vitamin K, and you get this from kale. Another amazing vitamin in kale is vitamin A, which that's really great for your skin and your eyes and all sorts of awesome things like that. And then also vitamin C, which is really great around this time because it boosts your immune system. It boosts your immune system, which a lot of people I know, their body sometimes can struggle when we transition from season to season, especially here up in beautiful Minnesota. But so that's why we want to get on our vitamin C. And what better way to get it than in kale? Yes. And just kind of briefly, let's just talk about this just a little bit further. I was talking about this with a practice member of mine today about, we were just talking about diet and food and just trying to, how to help our bodies heal from the inside out and really do tap into the potential within. And, you know, I like to keep it pretty simple because a lot of times I think nutrition out there can be really complicated, and there's a reason for that. But I also think that if it comes from the earth, then your body recognizes that, and your body knows exactly what to do with that. So this kale comes from the earth. My body is going to take it and is going to know exactly what to do with it. But let's say, you know, we are not perfect. I understand, and especially when you walk down the cereal aisle and you see the puffins and you're like, oh, and I was just introduced to puffins like last week. So, I mean, yeah, puffins. But anyways, that's just a cereal brand. But yeah, you walk down the aisle and you're like, oh, those puffins, they look really good. Yes, they look really good because one, now our brains have been very conditioned to crave sugar. And so that's why we think that the puffins is good. But when I put that puffin in my mouth, my body doesn't necessarily know what to do with that. Does that make sense? And then when it doesn't necessarily know what to do with that, that's when then it creates issues within our body. Yes, and that's when we get food sensitivities, and that's when we get digestive issues, and that really furthers inflammation in our body, which then causes a whole host of issues. Yeah, so that's why I really love to help practice members with their nutrition, and I keep it very simple. If it comes from the earth, your body knows what to do with it. Yeah, and if it doesn't, then it takes your body extra energy to break it down and to actually get nutrients from it. And let's see, if we're going through our day, do we want more energy to do our jobs? Do we want more energy to be present with our kids, to be present with our spouses, to really just live abundantly? Yeah? Or do we want that energy to have to be working to break down, you know, the lunch that we had that wasn't necessarily full of super rich foods like kale here? I picked the first one. Yeah, so that's why a lot of times I'll come home for lunch in between serving practice members, and I will eat some kale, and I will feel my energy boost, and I will be ready to go back to the practice and rock it for the rest of the evening. Yeah, so let's try and do that. Comment below and let me know, what fruits and veggies do you really love that you can then feel it work within you and that boosts your energy, and you just feel so much better. Yeah, let's use this as a resource to help each other, because I eat a lot of other fruits and veggies, but eating raw kale just like this is my favorite. Yeah. One other trick to do with this is, so this has a lot of vitamin D, A, K, and E, which are fat-soluble vitamins, which, yes, I remember that from school. So, woohoo, go Dr. Rattay for teaching me that. But anyways, has fat-soluble vitamins. So what that means, so we have two types of vitamins, fat-soluble and water-soluble. So that means that this is a lot of fat-soluble vitamins. So for my body to really absorb all of those amazing nutrients that we just listed, it really should be absorbed with fat. So an amazing fat to eat with this, like when they pair together, then your body can absorb it better and break it down easier. I hope that makes sense. So an amazing fat to eat with kale is extra virgin olive oil, not heated up. Eat it cold, but put it just on your kale in your salad. I mean, I think I am a little unique in the fact that I don't put this really in a bowl all that often. I normally just tear it off just like this, but, do what you want. Yeah, do what's gonna make you happy. So if you want to put that in a bowl and maybe put some other fruits and veggies in there too, drizzle on some extra virgin olive oil. Make sure it's from a good source though. That is very, very important. And same thing with your kale too. Yeah, just like everything in our life. Yes, make sure it's from a good source. Because that will then help your body to absorb that. Me personally, I'll just kind of give you a little background on that. I like that just fine, but for some reason that texture just isn't my favorite. And I really just feel really vibrant when I eat it just like this. So that's just a little inside story on why I eat it like that. Another really great option to absorb it with fat is to slice an avocado and eat it with that too. So I do both, but mainly I just eat it just like this. And honestly, as I'm sitting here eating this, I can feel this in my body working. Another amazing thing about kale, which is why it becomes one of my favorite foods, is that it's really high in fiber. So that's really great for our digestive system and really great for detox and making sure that things are moving the way that they should. And who doesn't need a little bit more of that in their life, yeah? So what else about kale can I share? What do you guys think? So share below, comment below, let me know how you guys eat your kale. Yeah, do you put it in a smoothie? My smoothies, I'll share my smoothie recipe one of these days. I tend to just put spinach in my smoothies and then I just eat my kale like this. What else? You could, kale chips. If someone has a really great kale chip recipe, maybe the time that I tried it, I don't know. I just thought that it was a little vinegary, and which that's fine too. Vinegar is good for you too. But I just was like, I'm just gonna eat it just like this, just like raw. And I think that's it. Oh, just really, and what me and my practice member were talking about today, is that if you want to feel alive in your body, which I know that all of you guys do, you all want to feel more life within you, more alive, then you need to eat alive things. Yeah, we were talking about her eating more raw food, and then when she did that, she felt more alive. And that makes perfect sense because she's eating live food. Yeah, I hope that makes sense and that triggers in you that you want to go eat more live food. And hey, maybe next time you eat some kale, just eat it just like this. Honestly, just eat it like that, and let me know if okay, yeah, like the first few times I did that, I was like, all right, this is kind of bitter, and this is kale, and yeah, this is a really strong taste. But then the more I did it, I got used to it, and now I actually really like it. So I know that if I can do it, you guys can do it too. And that's my power talk to help you reach your peak potential. Check me next Monday at this same time, and we will have another awesome topic to help you guys live life the way that you should, yeah? Abundantly, energized, and full of your peak potential. So have a wonderful night, guys. I'm gonna finish this kale, and then I'm gonna have a nice night. All right, bye!